but it's partially energy damage,
We got small arms, long
which is
arms,
kind of nice.
ammunition.
Yeah, still at it. Well,
And we'll play with it for a while. We can always switch it out.
right.
We buy and sell everything to everyone.
Doesn't look
Except
terribly different.
no synths allowed here.
Got too much dirt
You
in
keep
head?
that synth freak at arm's length. You understand me?
I really just want to fucking beat the shit out of people here, but I don't want to have to cleanse the whole town of its human presence. Because I'd do
I'd
it.
love to talk, but I have matters to attend to.
Just got to keep myself in check, which is very unskullpunchish, but whatever. I wish it was more like, oh, what am I thinking? In Sanctuary, I can just beat the crap out of my settlers whenever they mouth off, and I love it. Yeah, the rebar mod is kind of ugly. It is effective, but it is pretty ugly. Oh yeah, I should have thrown this other power fist on the ground. Oh, we can do something else with that. I'll probably go back to our Hangman Alley and throw some stuff in there. That sounds like a good idea. Made this trek so long that I actually know the way. Doot, 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 doot. Doot, 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 doot. And then after we sleep, we'll head over to Goodneighbor and everything will be swell. What are you upset about? There's nothing over there. And the thing I was hoping to get in Goodneighbor was actually over here in Diamond City, so everything works out. We'll always carry that mod with us, though, just in case we want to switch it out at any time.
I wonder.
Alright, Power Fist, go home. This is your new home. You're the backup Power Fist if somehow everything goes wrong. It won't, but you're there, and that's what matters.
The daytime collecting will serve any purpose.
See, what was I doing? I was going to get a drink. So I have that icon up again. I was going to eat and go to bed.
Think like despite all of this, it is the duty of us all to
Another day of hard work.
Is there a new person here? No, still not. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Let's have an eat. I shall eat... Let's have some fresh Mirelurk meat. Why not? Gives me max AP. Nah, fuck it. Doesn't matter. I'm hungry. And sleepy. And cranky. Alright. Mad Brahmin disease. Can we tip it? I don't think so. I could probably kill the damn thing and it'd probably upset everyone. Can we make the fist electrified? Man, I wish. But that would make this a good game. It's got many flaws.
People used to live here.
It's still one thing that kills me about this game in comparison to, say, New Vegas. There's just so much more variety in New Vegas about what you can use. Alright, it's time for another one of our favorite treks. Make our way over the Goodneighbor. First the Swans, then over the Goodneighbor. Do we sleep in Goodneighbor before we go in the mass fusion? I think so. That sounds like a good idea. Okay, it's friendly. Sometimes you have to make sure. I thought it was, I just wanted to make sure. Eventually, these things will repopulate with enemies. Which would be unfortunate. So, Lethal, any plans on going on a Astartes level purge of Diamond City? If I can, I might have to, like, do some stuff with the game to make a lot of characters non-essential. But man, I really would. I mean, I can't believe she is that mean to Nick. Fucking dumb. He's a good guy. He doesn't eat babies, as far as I'm aware. Alright, set that the Goodneighbor. I believe we took a left here, and then we took a right over here at the other corner. Oh, we just went up here. Ah, that's a robot. What the hell's that noise? Sounds like the Brotherhood's coming to town. Again. This is about the time they love to just kick up all the shit. Are there super mutants in here? Let's go punch him, Nick. Be a good test for our new punching. Well, we cleared this area up, but it may have respawned because the Brotherhood's in town. It must be my imagination. But I'll check. Oh god! Those legs are for sure. Stick your landing, you son of a bitch. It's effectively Nick going, lol, noob. Falling and breaking your legs. He doesn't eat babies, he doesn't eat anything. Well, there you go. Myth confirmed. Alright, let's go do this thing. This is gonna be more plot, but whatever, right? Still saving up money for what you have, of course.
I've got a weapon
I'm not
here
buying
for
that.
every
We
situation.
come in
Yeah.
peace,
You and your
what you got.
bullcrap.
Let's get.
Of course, I still want... How much is it? Yeah, I want that chess piece right there. We only need 5 times as much money as we currently have. But that would be pretty handy. That'd be pretty handy. Yeah, they did remove more chat options as well in comparison to the earlier games, which is, you know, one of the biggest complaints about Fallout 4 over the prior releases. People kind of like that you could change the way the story played out by picking different dialogue options. Instead of just having the 4. One that's just like explained more, and the other one that's like, I agree, but in a sarcastic way.
You had forgotten about little me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
She's like a hurricane, isn't she, Nick?
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
Also, if you're watching this in the future, Hurricane Irma just passed by this last week, and that was what that was all about. You may be watching this in the future, I don't
Dr.
know.
Amari?
Yes? Wait, I know you. You're on the railroad. What's this all about?
How'd you know about my railroad shit? Kellogg's brain.
We need your help, Doctor. I need the memory
Could've just
from
let
a
Nick
man
do it,
named
but oh well.
Kellogg. But he's dead.
I know it's asking for a miracle, Amari, but you've pulled off the impossible before.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you do realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Oh, come on. You're useless. We'll go with just please help us. I don't want to
Please.
make Nick hate me anymore.
Nick told me you're the only one who can make this work.
Yeah, this guy right here.
Brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
It? Here you go.
Here's what I could find.
Face.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Also, don't ask me how I know, but that hippocampus also kind of looks like a Bluetooth vibrator. Anyway, go on.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, the brain implant could fit him. But that's an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway.
Well, Z-Sword, it probably also takes a lot of investment into science and blacksmith, which I currently just don't have the stuff for. I mean, just to do science alone, I'd have to invest 1 billion points in intelligence, for crying out loud. Maybe later, when it becomes necessary. It's not necessary now, I think.
Get hit in the head? I can relate.
Thanks, Nick.
I appreciate this.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine. Just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine.
We're just gonna put
Any
this in
slight
your
change
coat.
in your
It'll
cognitive
work, I'm
functions
sure.
Could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Of course there is. Well, is Nick okay?
Is Nick gonna be okay?
Yes, the connections appear to be stable.
Don't break Nick.
Hopefully it'll be as simple as unplugging the implant once we're done. But that doesn't get around the current problem. The memory encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host.
There really should be
while
an
your
in-check for
consciousness
this, right?
evolves through whatever memories we can find.
I mean, come on. I don't think this is gonna work. I only have one in. I don't have a lot of that cognitive shit.
All right,
But let's do it.
let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
Okay, no.
See you on the other side.
Oh, this one. She gnawed over at the other machine. Nick sneaking into the other machine. It still is nowhere close to as cool as Memory Lane
Initiating
was.
brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
Alright, let's get into this set piece. This is another one that takes 1,000 hours. And if you want to see every little detail of it, you can do it yourself, alright, folks? We're going to move it along pretty quickly here.
Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
Okay.
There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
That makes it official, folks. Final vote count from
Turn down the goddamn radio! I'm trying to sleep!
California Republic.
So here we have young
You
Kellogg.
are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Am I really experiencing them as Kellogg? I mean, there he is on the bed, so I'm clearly not him.
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though.
I know we at least have this one.
What's it mean, Mom?
So we had a bad
Doesn't seem to be
childhood.
what we're looking for.
That's the short of it.
There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There.
High school level
Try that.
biology. That sounds like commie talk there.
It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah, you've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know, but that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around, looking tough.
Well, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen.
You're great at standing
It's gonna
around.
be great here. See this?
Behold.
This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
Muzzle discipline, yo.
Honey. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see.
But they never were.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
I know this boy is a video game. So
How
interactive.
did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
Pew 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 pew.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Do, 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 do. So apparently his wife and daughter were killed. That'll happen. Enough from personal experience.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well...
Dad, I just wanted a cheeseburger.
Family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer.
Let's
try
go.
this next one.
Okie doke. You know, I thought we were already on the railroad, but here we are. A brand new railroad. This is a pretty cool
Mr.
scene, though.
Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
Systems offline.
They seem a lot faster to fire whenever
Impressive.
I'm being shot
We may
at,
have
right?
something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
This looks kind of familiar.
Cryogenic stasis. Suspended.
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
Vault computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
Okay, are you guys being weird? They don't like me standing there, apparently.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Even being on the glass like I did.
Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here, baby.
No, I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean.
I still think that's completely unnecessary. You could have just punched her or something. Come on.
Out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
Now here's the rest of the story.
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
Okay, doke.
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
He's nothing like Amos is now, right? He's reading surgical journals, Tesla.
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Everyone going through the heavy rain thing. Sean! Sean! Oh. Now we just gotta sit back and relax.
It's okay. One of these days you